Dear students, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss some of the problems from Unit 1. So, problems, Unit 1. The first problem we are going to discuss is calculate the transmission time of a packet if the packet length is 1 million bytes and bandwidth of the channel is 200 kbps. So what is the formula to calculate the transmission time? To calculate the transmission time, the formula is packet length divided by bandwidth. In the question, both packet length and bandwidth of the channel is already given. You can just substitute in the values in the formula, and you can able to get what is the transmission time. So what is the packet length? The packet length given here is 1 million bytes. How can we represent 1 million bytes? 1 million bytes can be represented as 1 into 10 to the power of 6. So how can you write this? We can write this as 1 followed by 6 zeros. 1 followed by 60 bytes. And you all know that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. To convert this number of bytes into bits, what you have to do, you can just multiply it with 8 and you will get 8 followed by 6 zeros. So what is your packet length now? Now your packet length is 8 followed by 6 zeros, that many number of bits. And we come to bandwidth now. So what is bandwidth? Bandwidth here given as 200 kbps. So how can you represent kbps? So kbps in terms of bits per second. How can you represent? So we can represent 200 into 10 to the power of bits per second, which is 2 followed by 5 zeros bits per second. So now we have converted into appropriate measurement, and now you can substitute it. So what is the packet length? The packet length is 8 followed by 6 zeros. What is the bandwidth? The bandwidth is 2 followed by 5 zeros, right? The answer would be 40 seconds. So when you divide it, you will get 40 as the answer. So the entire transmission time we can represent, we have represented in terms of seconds. So I hope you people understood this problem. The very important point is the transmission time of a packet is nothing but the message length or the packet length divided by the bandwidth. The next problem we are going to see is what is the propagation time if the distance between the 2 points is 12,000 km. Assume the propagation speed to be 2.4 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second in cable. So the second problem is about how to find the propagation time. So these are the given data. The given data are distance. So distance between two endpoint is given as 12,000 km and propagation speed is given as 2.4 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So here we have to calculate the propagation time or the propagation delay. What is the formula to find out the propagation time? The formula to find out the propagation time is distance divided by propagation speed. Both the values are given in the question itself. You can directly substitute the values in the formula and you can able to get the final answer. What is the distance? The distance is 12,000 kilometers. So I have written 12,000 kilometers here divided by what is the propagation speed? The propagation speed is 2.4 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So it is given as 2.4 into 10 to the power of 8. So here the distance is given in kilometer. We have to convert this in terms of meter. So what we have done here is 12,000 into 1000. To convert kilometer to meter, we have to multiply it with 1000. Now it has been converted into meter. So divided by 2.4 into 10 to the power of 8 seconds. And when you divide 12,000 by 2.4, you will get an answer as 5,000. So that is what here I have written 5,000. 12,000 divided by 2.4, you will be getting 5,000. So it is written here as 5,000 into 1000 divided by 10 to the power of 8 seconds. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the final answer in milliseconds. So the one change I have done here is I have multiplied both numerator and denominator with 10 to the power of minus 3. So if I add a same value in both numerator and the denominator, there is nothing going to change it. It's going to be anyhow 1. So I have multiplied both numerator and the denominator with 10 to the power of minus 3. So when you look at the numerator value, that is 5000 into 1000 into 10 to the power of minus 3, now you can represent this in terms of milliseconds. The next one is, so 5000 into 1000, this 10 to the power of minus 3, we have brought it upside. So that is 10 to the power of plus 3, that would be nothing but this 1000. So divided by, in the denominator, you have 10 to the power of 8 millisecond. So when you divide it, you will finally get the answer as 50 milliseconds. So this is how we have to find out the propagation time. Final answer in terms of milliseconds. So propagation delay, you can either represent in terms of seconds or milliseconds. So here I have given the final answer in milliseconds. So I hope you understood these two problems. The previous problem is how to find out the transmission time, and the next problem is how to find the propagation time. Thank you so much.